Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Today we're going to be showing you how to use the paddle shifter the right way on your Mustang. Whether you've got the GT, the EcoBoost, or the V6, or even a Mach 1 for this instance, it's going to make this car extremely enjoyable for you by using the paddle shifter this right way. We're going to cover how to upshift, how to downshift, how these modes are going to impact how your paddle shifters operate, and what's the best mode to be in to use the paddle shifters. So without further ado, let's head to the road and we're going to show you how to use the paddle shifter the correct way on your Mustang. In my case, it's the 2019 Mustang GT. Now for upshifting and downshifting, we're going to be a little conservative for this tutorial just so you can kind of follow and not damage anything on your engine. But I will also showcase you what the extreme examples would be where you can actually have fun with the paddle shifters. So right now I'm in normal mode. As you can see, that it indicates by the D for the drive. To activate the paddle shifters, all I need to do is just tap on the paddle shifters and it will instantly activate. So right now I'm in gear 9. I'm gonna press the -1, which is downshift, and it's gonna drop to 8. As you can see with that graphic, it tells you the paddle shifters are activated. So I can downshift even more to get into the power band. I can get into 7 like this. I can get to 6. As you can see, the RPMs kind of shoot up as you go down a gear. I can go to 5th gear right now. So that's what downshifting is. And if I want to accelerate, I'm gonna have to do the pedal shifters for the +1, which is upshifting. So right now it's in 5, goes to 6, goes to 7. Now, like I mentioned, I'm in drive mode or normal mode right now. So right now you can see it's indicating the paddle shifters are being used, but if I don't touch the paddles for a little while, you saw it went back to automatic shifting. This is a very neat feature if you are someone who's just experimenting and you kind of forget to turn off the pedal shifters. It will do it for you, so you're not going to be damaging the engine on your Mustang. Same applies if I was to change the mode from this toggle here. Let's say I go to Sport Plus mode, and I'm in gear 9 right now. Let's downshift, 8, 7, 6. I can get on it a little bit to upshift. Press this. Press it again. And let's say I forget that I'm in paddle shifter mode and I'm just driving normally. It's gonna automatically revert back to normal shifting. So you can see it's gear 8 with the paddle shifter sign on it. And now it went back to normal shifting. So that's one of the key things. There is one mode that will actually let you stay into the gear until you cancel it out, and that's personally my favorite mode. We're gonna take a look at it in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna be on this stretch. I went back to normal mode. I'm gonna activate the paddles right now. So it's in gear 1, and we're gonna show you how to upshift. I'm gonna be trying to upshifting. Obviously, the higher in the RPM you upshift, the more power you have, but if you're just starting out, maybe shift around 4,000 RPM just to get a feel for your engine. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we're in 2nd. 4th now. So if you practice this multiple times, you'll get an idea how much different it is as each gear shifts. So I would say start off around 4,000. Technically, you can go up to 7,500 RPM if you got the GT. If you have the EcoBoost, you'll be able to get up to 6,500 RPM. So there's plenty of buffer room there. If you're shifting around 4,000 RPM, obviously once you get a hold of it, you can start shifting it as you please. So now we're gonna do the downshifting. So you can see it's in 10th gear. 9 barely dropped any RPM, or increased RPM I should say. Now we're at 8, 7. And this is where the fun comes in, where you downshift the car and get it in the power band and really go hear the beautiful American V8 exhaust. There we go. Now we're in normal mode. You kind of saw how we upshift and downshift. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna demo it on this side. I'm not gonna be talking. I just want you to observe how the RPMs operate as I upshift and downshift. So we're gonna get it down to the 1st gear. We're gonna activate the pedals. Okay. We're in third gear now. So as you saw from that clip, so I'm hoping you're paying attention to the RPMs as I was upshifting and downshifting. This is more of a thing once you kind of experience a little bit more, you'll get better idea how much RPMs are going to jump with each shift. Whether it's a downshift and an upshifting, how much they're going to drop. It really shows you how pedal shifting can be really fun in the Mustang because you get to control the RPMs however you see fit. So if you're in a windy roads, back roads, you want to get on the car, this is the mode to be in. Now I'm going to showcase you the mode that I absolutely love, which is going to be the sport mode, because this is the only mode that will let you keep the paddle shifters engaged all the time until you cancel it. So right now I'm in third gear. Let's drop it. 2. This one, if I let go of the paddle shifters, it is not going to revert back to automatic shifting. This is the sport mode, not the sport plus mode. It's the sport mode from the shifter here. So as you can see, it's still in 5th gear. And it's still got the pedal symbol over there. So it's gonna retain the manual shifting. With this one, personally, is my favorite because if you're in back roads, and you're constantly having to use the paddle shifters, you want to stay in this gear because you don't want to find out it reverts back to automatic shifting when you're trying to have fun. So it's been in 6th gear. Now I'll drop it a little bit. Look at the how the RPMs are going to jump. This mode is by far my favorite mode because I get to control the RPMs however I see fit. It is not going to automatically shift for me, and the computer just doesn't take over until you tell it to do so. And that's one of the advantages of this mode, you know, to have full manual control, and the response is actually pretty instant as well. Now let's say you're having fun, you're in sport mode, you're doing your manual shifting, but now you want to revert back to automatic shifting. There's 2 ways you can do that. You can either shift it back into drive and it will do that for you, or if you hold either of these paddle for a split second, it will change. So right now I'm in 7th gear, as you can see. I'm gonna press the plus paddle, which is the upshifting paddle, and just hold it. So it went to 8, and now the paddle shifters went out. So now it's just automatic shifting. I didn't shift it down to 7. It's gonna shift it by itself. So it's like fully automatic shifting now, down to 6 now. Which is strange because even in track mode, you don't get this ability to fully manually shift. It's only in the sport mode with the shifter. And that to me is just a fun. It's not exactly like owning a manual Mustang, but it gets you pretty close because you get to shift whenever you want. Computer just doesn't interfere unless you're obviously redlining the car, well, will shift for you. Other than that, I think I absolutely love the sport mode on the Mustang. It's by far the most used mode on my Mustang because of this ability to hold the gears and engage the paddle shifters however I want to. We'll give you one more demo in sport mode. Similarly, just pay attention to the RPMs as I kind of go through them. fun. So paddle shifters are very fun in your Mustang. Even if you've got EcoBoost or a V6 Mustang, they really make your car come out alive. I absolutely love using the paddle shifters, and as you can see, they're pretty easy to use. If you've never had a car with paddle shifters, it can be a little intimidating because you're always worried about the engine, you know, potential damage or anything like that. The good thing is the computer is going to take over anytime you're making a move that you're not supposed to. So if you're downshifting, let's say the third or second, if the downshiftting will result in over revving your engine, it's not going to let you shift. It's just going to blink and it's going to tell you you're not allowed to shift in that gear because it's too low of a gear for the RPMs right now. So that's the benefit. The computer's going to protect the engine. So I say go out there, have fun, experiment a little bit. It's going to come with experience, especially if you've never used paddle shifters on a Mustang or any other car. It just takes a little while to get used to it. But once you get used to it, it is incredibly fun to be using the paddle shifters with your Mustang. It really makes the car come out alive. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on how to use the paddle shifters on your Mustang. Me personally, I love using them in the sport mode, and that's by far the most used mode for the paddle shifters in my car. Let me know which one is your favorite, and of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.